In the back of the book segment tonight, once the cameras were off, how did the ladies of The View react to the explosive battle between Elisabeth Hasselbeck and Rosie O'Donnell? Writing on her blog, Rosie didn't seem pleased with the way the producers put the whole thing on split screen. But Elisabeth told TV's Extras the tensions were dealt with in a moment, and now it's over. But is it? Joining us now from Los Angeles, entertainment reporter Shira Lazar. All right, Shira, Donald Trump, the blogs. I mean, she revealed a lot yesterday, I thought. The pounding she's taken, you know, with moderate Americans and conservative Americans. Is this just taking a toll? Is this why she says, I'm leaving this thing?
Yeah, I definitely think she's done with the game. She came on the show originally. She wanted to express her views, but at this point, everyone's gaining from it. The network's gaining from it. The bloggers are gaining from it, and the press is. And she's just had enough at this point.
Well, do you think does she realize that when she goes out and says some of these absolutely nutty things, that of course she's going to be attacked? Or does she not? I mean, what goes through her mind?
Well, the network knows what they were expecting when they had her on the show. What goes through her mind is that's what she feels, and she's going to say it. She has a show, and that's why she's there. But Trump actually gave his view, actually defending the rival today. He says that he thinks Elisabeth Hasselbeck is one of the dumber people on TV, and he doesn't defend anyone who supports the war in Iraq.
You got to be kidding. It just is. It's just nuts. All right. Bitterness. You know, what I picked up is Rosie's bitter because Barbara Walters didn't stick up for against Trump. And, you know, now she's mad at Elisabeth because she didn't stick up for the things she said about the war. So, I mean, is that what we were seeing here, sort of a deep-seated anger she has that came out yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday it went from politics and facts to personal attacks. She was telling Elisabeth that she didn't defend her, that she basically came out with an open-ended statement, and Elisabeth knew that she didn't mean what people thought she meant. And so it definitely went personal. She also called Elisabeth a coward.
Yeah.
And when name-calling like that happens on TV,
yeah, people don't like it.
Those
they
facts.
also said, Shira, that the audience was uncomfortable, the panelists were uncomfortable, and I noticed today they tried to downplay the whole thing. Are the producers beginning to get concerned that perhaps The View has just gotten a little bit too crazy and that ultimately it's going to turn people off? That's what I thought was going on in the middle of the Rosie-Trump deal. The ratings up, but ultimately the show burns out faster.
Well, Barbara Walters made a statement, actually. She said, everyone thinks the ratings have gone up with all this controversy, but actually the ratings were at its highest when Rosie and Hasselbeck were not fighting. So that says something in itself. And Barbara Walters said she didn't want to rehash what happened. The show brings together women and their opinions, but I don't think they thought it would get that far.
So who are they going to bring in to replace Rosie then? Are we going to get another spark plug here, or are we going to get something that's a little bit more demure?
I think obviously they need a balance. Rosie provided that balance, but she was obviously a bit extreme. Today we saw guest co-host Kathy Griffin, which has a little comedic side, but she wasn't as out there as we see Rosie is. We also think they're saying Joan Rivers perhaps, but they will choose a personality definitely because they need to keep the ratings up there, as was up there with Rosie being on the show.
So what about Elisabeth now? Is she going to speak at the Republican convention as the keynote speaker? I mean, I know she's done this big media tour apparently, and this was a big moment for her, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this was the moment. Rosie, a lot of people are saying, was at her most vulnerable. She has stopped fighting, and Elisabeth saw that, and she saw it as her moment to shine, and she did. She defended herself finally. She wasn't poor little Elisabeth as we have been seeing her throughout the entire season.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. With Donald Trump now defending Rosie, we're going to need a program to figure out who the players are in this thing. Shira, thanks for being with us.
Thank
and folks,
you so much.
That is it for us today. I want to thank you for watching The Factor.